Yo, 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 happy Wednesday. Whew, man, Tuesday was a pain in the butt. I couldn't make it, couldn't get back here. Had all kinds of technical difficulties. That happens when you go live. And right now we are all the way live, just like the button up there says. Hey man, it's great. Great to be here. Great day here in South Florida. I had to break out yesterday. If some of you saw the early part of the video, broke out the fake cigar. Actually, the cigar is real. I'm just not a cigar smoker. So I just have to pretend, but it's my tribute to Red Auerbach. When you got championships, big things happening, you gotta puff on the cigar. You see, we're going to talk today about making as many offers as you can. Real offers, but nonetheless offers. You make enough offers, you're going to be smoking the closing cigar yourself. I guarantee.
Your source for profit. Hear what you need to know to succeed in today's real estate market.
You see, right now is an awesome time to be in real estate. If you got the cojones. If you're ready to get out there and make offers that other people are going to scream at you about. And I'm not talking about lowball offers. I'm not talking about just making offers for the sake of making offers. I'm talking about offers that you intend on closing. Letting people know, hey, listen, you got 5 days to respond to my offer. If you do not respond, if you do not let me know that you're interested in what I have to offer, the cash money I'm going to throw down, I'm out. I'm on to the next deal because there are so many deals. So I'm going to show you today how to find some of these deals so you can continually make 3, 4, 5 offers per day. Literally 3 or 4, 5 offers per day. Now you got to have an agent that you're working with. You need to get that relationship bonded because she or he is going to be working really hard for you over the next however many months you choose to do this. But me personally, I plan on putting out within the next 30 days 100 to 150 offers. The more stuff I have out there in a pipeline, the more closings I'm going to see happen. So the idea in this business is to have volume. It's not to do one deal, sit on it, wonder when it's coming. It's to have volume, a business, an actual business in real estate, not just one here, one off here or there. It's actually time to do business down here in South Florida. It's funny, I've talked about it many times. I've brought this picture up, and let me just click on it. It's that crystal ball that I keep telling everybody, it's here. It's time. We have the crystal ball. It's right here in front of us. And so what I'm seeing right now with this crystal ball is that it's money time. And I can't stress that enough. Throw off the naysayers, take off the mask, get down to doing some business. The crystal ball is now giving us so much information, so much out there that you have to be able to be in a position to take advantage of it. So one thing I want to show you, and some of the crystal ball stuff that I've talked about for some time, one of those things is in terms of the evictions that are coming nationally, basically. I mean, it's going to be all over the place. So I'm going to play a video here, and I want you guys to be able to hear this. So I'm going to crank it up a little bit. But this is from CNBC, and I want you guys to take a listen to this.
Landlords who need the cash is taking a big step forward as August rents, of course, are now due, and the moratorium on evictions expired without being extended by Congress. Diana Olick is looking at the numbers. Hi, Di.
Hi, Ty. Yeah, the Democrats in the House passed a plan with $100 billion in renter relief, but so far nothing clear from Republicans other than President Trump saying he wants to extend the eviction moratorium on properties with government-backed mortgages. But that's less than a third of the rental market. Now,
Did you hear that? Hey, we're going to stop evictions. But unless you heard that caveat, that's where the trick is. I'm going to rewind that back a couple seconds, and I'm going to let you hear that what she says. Now you got to be ready for this. Ready for it.
Government-backed mortgages, but that's less than a third of the with $100 billion in renter relief. But so far, nothing clear from Republicans other than President Trump saying he wants to extend the eviction moratorium on properties with government-backed mortgages.
Boom. Boom. On properties with government-backed mortgages. So basically, they want to protect people who have FHA, Fannie Mae, HUD loans. But if you have a private loan, if you're in a property that's either free and clear or there's no HUD-based mortgage, you might be screwed. I mean, you heard what she just said, and that's where the people aren't looking at the details. They're not reading the tea leaves. So let's go ahead and continue.
But that's less than a third of the rental market. Now, without relief, these are the states with the highest percentage of renter households who said they were unable to pay rent and therefore at risk of eviction as of July 29th. And that's according to Stout, a financial advisory firm. In some states like New Jersey, that's half of all renter households. And by the numbers in California and Texas each, that's well over 1 million households and close to 1 million in New York at risk of eviction over the next 4 months.
Now, she mentions over the next 4 months down here in Florida, it doesn't take that long. Right now, the courts, just in case you don't know, the courts are receiving filings, but until September 1st or September 2nd, they're not executing the actual eviction notices. So there's going to be a backlog, but it's definitely happening. So unless DeSantis gets some sort of memo from Trump until he tells him, don't do it, there's going to be a ton of evictions.
Not all landlords will evict, but it's hardest for the mom and pop landlords who have to pay mortgages and property taxes and utilities. Single family rentals make up half of all units in the U.S. Now, we will get earnings from the...
Did you hear that? Single family houses make up half of the rental units in the country. That means if a bunch of people get evicted, they're going to be looking for some place to live, and they're not going to be able to get back into a single-family home, most likely, which is why I've been saying get the duplexes, triplexes, and quads put together.
Two biggest single-family rental REITs, Invitation Homes after the bell today, and American Homes for Rent on Thursday. As for the multifamily REITs, they're already being pressured as renters move out of urban areas and they lose both corporate and student tenants in coastal urban.
See, a lot of people aren't talking about that. A lot of people aren't talking about college tenants. Now, I don't know if you've ever invested or been involved in college housing, but where most properties are per month for a family, you can have a college house with 4 bedrooms and you're charging per bedroom. You're making a killing on money. And if these colleges are all shut down across the country, man, that's Armageddon. That's absolutely Armageddon.
Markets are hardest hit, while suburban and Sunbelt markets are beginning to normalize a little bit more. Tyler?
Diana, I wonder what the courts will do with this, because obviously evictions move through a legal process in the courts, and the courts might draw it out, I would think.
Well, it's not a question so much of will they throw it out, but will they be completely overwhelmed? We've already heard of cases where they're setting up massive tents in some states to try to handle cases outside of...
Can you imagine that? Tents to handle eviction court? They're pushing that many files and cases through the system that they need to set up tents outdoors.
The court buildings. We saw what happened, during the last recession in the foreclosure crisis when courts were backed up with foreclosures for not just a year or two, but, 5 to 8 years. So
now, see, an eviction would never take that long. But foreclosures, there are different things that people can do. You can declare bankruptcy. And you can declare bankruptcy every 6 or 7 months. And so if your case gets canceled, your sale gets canceled, and it has to go back to the back of the line to be rescheduled, you have to go through the trustees and everything else. I mean, people can make that go for years.
Depending on how this turns out, whether we can get more relief for renters, if we do start to see these evictions pile up, there is no question that there will be backups in the courts.
Now, that's just crazy. So you see what I'm saying. You see why I said and I've been saying a lot about the crystal ball in terms of what's happening in real estate. And at one point, nobody had a crystal ball, but now it's becoming readily apparent that we all indeed do have access to a crystal ball. And that crystal ball is going to be telling you where the potential deals are.
Your source for profit. Hear what you need to know to succeed in today's real estate market.
Hey, thanks for checking out this clip of the Barry Cunningham Show. Every weekday, Monday through Friday, I talk about real estate and the trends and news that affect real estate and making money in real estate. So if you want to see us live, just go ahead and click the subscribe button below, or just click the link below, which is going to be a link to the archives of all of our live shows. And then we'll go ahead and cut these up and get them out there so you can see the clips of the various shows. But in any event, I'm glad you're watching. Please continue to watch and have a great day. Get out there and make some money. And we'll see you on the next episode.